learn how to monetize free offers. That's this week on An Intentional Business Life. Good morning, guys, and this week on An Intentional Business Life, it's all about how to learn to monetize those free offers that you're making. This is really where you start to get your business growth. So I want to cover off on the elements of an offer to start off with, so you can see what pieces are actually involved. So at the end of this, you can build your own offer and monetize it. So as usual, I've written some notes for my walk and talk so I don't forget to include things. And the flies this morning down here are terrible, but look at the view. Just look at the view, guys. Now there's one person, isn't there? Oh. What a way to spend your Friday morning. Absolutely sensational. Okay, so this week we are going to be talking about offers and how to monetize them. So first of all, we've got to talk about an offer itself. So what are the elements of an offer? I'm going to give you a couple of examples just to get us going. And I think most of us listening to this or watching this, no matter where you are around the world, will probably recognize them. The first one, it's fresh hot pizza in 30 minutes or it's free. Fresh hot pizza delivered in 30 minutes or it's free. Mr. Domino's, yes, he actually set that restaurant up, or if you can call it a restaurant, pizzeria, outside of universities, because they're the people that would really just want something fresh, hot, and delivered in 30 minutes, didn't have to leave their rooms. And there's someone just dropped his boat off. And oh my goodness, this morning, the flies down here. Welcome to an Australian summer. Okay, the other one is FedEx, when it absolutely has to be there overnight. That was a great line. You know, when he did the FedEx thing, you know, he actually did the business plan at university, and the lecturer said, "That's a terrible business plan. Who wants that when we've got the American postal system?" But you can see his offer right there. When it has to be there absolutely overnight, or absolutely has to be there overnight. Okay, so there's a couple of offers, and they worked really, really well. They propelled those companies to massive growth, massive growth. So what are some of the elements they included? Well, first of all, it has to be what we call believable. I've actually written the notes down here, and this is really important. It can't be an outlandish offer. It has to have some justification in there. We'll get to that, you know, including how you're going to deliver this so it does become believable to people. But it must be believable. You know, there was a penny stock offer that went in the United States, and it was, give me $1 and I'll give you $1 million back. Did not sell one iota. People just didn't believe it. Guys, if it's too good to be true, we've all heard that story, haven't we? So your offer has to be believable. People have to understand what is going on. And I might have to reshoot this somewhere else. Those flies are absolutely driving me batty. But where else would I want to be? Just check this out. Wow. What a morning. What an absolutely sensational morning. I'll just put up with the flies if you can put up with me batting them away from me. Okay, so it has to be believable. This is the first party offer. Now, that is something I think goes without saying, but we must always remember it, because even I've been guilty of just trying to add too much. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. So a little bit less, make it believable. Okay, so what is it that will attract someone? You know, because free is the hardest sell in the world. I don't care what you say. You know, people say, oh, I'll just give it away for free. It's a magic word, but it's still hard if you don't do it right. Now, the core of anything, whether you're selling it for money, I don't care whether you're selling it for $1 or $1 million, or you're giving it for free, it still has to have value. So is it valuable to the person? I mentioned the pizza guys because that had real value to the university students who were studying. They didn't want to stop their studies, they just wanted it delivered, and they want it fast. So something, and it didn't matter what the taste of the pizza was, it was fresh, it was hot, delivered in 30 minutes, and a little bit of a challenge in there, which is quite clever, 30 minutes or it's free. But the value was, I get something to eat pretty quick, and it's going to be hot, and it's going to fill my stomach. Good value. Okay, so that was the value proposition in that. So when you hear value propositions, it's not talking about how much stuff you can cram into your offer. That's not a value proposition, that's an overwhelm proposition. And anyone that's been around me for a little while will know that. Less is more. Less is more. You know, I remember when, some of you might not remember, when iTunes came out with a little iPod and you strapped it to your arm. It was a little white iPod on a completely blank white page in the paper, and it just said, I'll put 1,000 songs in your pocket or something like that. That was it. More is less. If it's of high value, definitely. So you've got to think about what is the value you're delivering, or basically, what would your customer value? What would they perceive as being, wow, that'd be great to have that. So being really, really valuable is very important. So you can see, you know, the 30-minute pizzas. Now FedEx, there's lots of important business papers have to be traveled around, and parcels have to be delivered in a hurry. So when it absolutely has to be there overnight, what a great value proposition that was. There was really no challenge, just the promise to deliver the value that was really important to the people who were going to use that service. I think we can learn a lot from that. So now when you're writing your stuff down, what is that number one value? If you're going to give away something for free, why would someone want it? Good morning, how are you? Why would somebody want it? You know, what would be the value to them? What would compel them? That's what we call it, compelling, you know, and irresistible. It's like, oh, I got to have that. And it doesn't cost anything either. So it really does. So believable. And, you know, I've had people make offers say, you know, there's 50% off because we're overstocked. You know, it's old and done now, but it still does work. People kind of go, yeah, well, you do get overstock. Look, this is the run out sale. It's a 2022 model, we're going into 2023. It's a 2023 model, we're going to 2024. It's a 2024 model, we're going into 2025. It's believable. I get a discount, I get something. You've seen what they're doing. They're making it believable, and then they're delivering the value to people. So one thing I will say about value, and I talk a lot, so I'm definitely guilty of this. I tend to rabble on about the value. And I have a challenge for you. I call it, and I can't remember the public speaker I heard, it could have been Doug Stevenson that says this, but he calls it the phrase that, yeah, it's Doug Stevenson, he calls it a phrase that pays. What he's really saying is that, he's talking about public speaking now and how to capture attention for your talk, but the same applies to offers. You have to be able to summarize it in just a few words. You have to be able to articulate this value in just a few words, just a single sentence. I think Doug says 25 words or less, but in our game, in the offers game, you really want it, you know, 5-6 words, as minimum words as possible. And you want it so simple that somebody else could articulate that to somebody else. Word of mouth, you know, Nike, just do it, you know, when it absolutely has to be there overnight. You know, fresh hot pizza delivered in 30 minutes or it's free. Very short, very punchy sentences. So you must remember, when you're expressing value to people, that is what you're after. You're after them being able to grasp it in a few words, and also be able to tell their family and friends and associates about it in that few words, because it becomes memorable. That's what we're after. I know this sounds really bad, but look at the absolute, I know I carry on about this, guys, but this is why you build your business, so you can have a life, come down, walk, stroll. You might not be into marinas, you might be into something else, but just check this out. Oh, what a morning down here. Oh, stunning. Absolutely, the sun is just absolutely shining on that water. Oh, absolutely love it. I love bringing you guys down here with me. Hope you enjoy and go, what's keep showing us the boats for? Wait till I go to the airport and I start showing you the planes. So I'm making my notes here. So very high value, and you've got to be able to articulate that high value really, really simply. Okay, now I put that the benefits of free offers here. Now I made a couple of notes here. It's free offers when done right. So why are we going to do it? Why are we going to do it? Okay, so free offers when they're done right, they get you the most leads, because you got to build a mailing list. I don't care what anybody says. You want to build a business, build a mailing list. It will open so many doors. If you just want to be, you know, I don't care. Actually, you know, if I was doing even staining decks, you know, timber decks on the front of people's places, the backs of people's places, I would still have all those people on a mailing list so I could communicate with them and make sure I got to stain their decks next year, every 6 months, whatever it is they get their decks stained. We get ours done every 12 months, I think it is. Just mailing list, very important. You want to build your business, you want to build a mailing list, and free offers is the cheapest way of doing it. It's the lowest acquisition cost for a customer. Now, I learned something the other day. I was actually talking to an associate of mine, and we were talking about it. And I, on my website, so if you went to www.theone-on-one-connection.com.au, you would see on there that you could download a book for free. Then if you went a bit further, you could download another book for free. And if you went a bit further, you could download this PDF for free. And if you went next door, you could download another PDF for free. And I was talking to a very good friend of mine who just looked it down and went, so you're giving them all away? I said, yes. And he said, and you're telling people about high value? I said, yeah. He said, why don't you just bundle them? Why don't put a bundle together? So if you now go onto my website, you can check it out so you can see actually what I've done. You can jump on there, and it's got the ultimate business bundle. You get my profit book, my business novel there, Rescue Profits. You get my $1 million book, which is how to use podcasting and rapidly grow to your first $1 million in business. And you get my 2 most popular downloads as a one-off bundle. So you only have to enter your email once, and you get access to all of them, and you can download all of them for free. By the way, if you haven't done that, jump across and get them. But you remember here on Patreon, so if you jump into the shop section, you'll find that stuff is in there for free as well. So you can get it either way. So bundling them. So why am I doing it? To build a mailing list. I am doing what I'm teaching you guys to do. So it's the cheapest way, adding value, bundle them. It really does give you the massive growth, because we're going to be talking about how to monetize those free offers. So you said they're free. Yeah, nothing's free. That's the honest truth. Well, we can be honest with each other, right? Whenever you see a free offer, it's not going to be free. Talking to Alex Amolzi, Alex is fantastic. You know, he used to run you can get your first 28 days in the gym free and just come along and work out. But once you went and signed up, he upsold you. One of his classics was he would say, look, you know, you can do this by yourself, good luck, you know, but if you want an accountability coach, it'll cost you this, and if you get it, I'll actually throw in a nutritional plan for you, I'll show you your workout plan for you, and he added a whole bundle, really high value, and it was a great upsell. No wonder he managed to sell that system to so many gym owners. Very, very clever guy, you know, and Alex, as you know, is worth a lot of money. But that was upselling his free offer. So I want to break that down. Look, it's also called an ethical bribe. I did want to touch on this because it will lead in how we monetize them. We're really bribing someone ethically because we're giving them value, aren't we? We're giving them something really good, but we want them to join us. And virtually, I think if I've given you something for free, then I kind of earned some permission to make the next step offer. Look, if you're not monetizing free and you can't do that, look, if you can't sell free, then there's something wrong. So that's why we're covering this off. And your believability and value are the two things that are going to get you across the line for that. And now we're going to the upsell. We're going to monetize them. So what can we offer for free? Well, some of the most popular ones are free courses, free books. You can, what else did I write down here? Oh yeah, free guides you can do, you know, hints and tips. So people can join you for free and they can get all that content for free. You know, anyone that's seen my TikTok, my YouTube, you can get the content for free, but then when you come onto Patreon, one, you get it far earlier than anybody else. It's only one central location for you, so it makes it really easy to track. And for the guys that join us on the $10 a month program, we do our monthly live shows. Now that is all about answering your questions, so you get to what you want faster. So you can see how the free is starting to sell. Now my $10 a month is $2.50 a week or something, you know, Australian as well. So it's not a lot of money, but I do it for a reason that, you know, I just want to help other business people. You know, I've been there, done that, I've been broke, had to get it all back in. You know my story. So there has to be a benefit when they sign up. So your free offer could be a continuality program. So this is another one. So, and you've seen this, right? Put your credit card in and your first month is free and you can cancel at any time. There is resistance to these ones, by the way. I like the just get it for free and then I'll upsell the other end. But then again, I do accountability coaching, so that works for me. But these do work. These do work. If they didn't work, they wouldn't be doing them, okay? So it is a continuity program. You actually put your credit card in. It won't bill you for the first month. You get a free 30-day trial. If you like it, you can continue, and if you can cancel at any stage, and then we won't charge you. One thing I will say about those, when I've run them in the past, I like to follow up with the people. I like to have touch points during that free offers, during that free trial, to really cement them in and at least get some verbal commitment that, yep, this is really good, I'm happy to continue. It stops that telephone call and that email, oh, I was meant to cancel that and I forgot, I want my money back business. So just be aware of that. The other good one is that, look, I'll do this for free, I will help you for free, but I would do, how do I phrase this? Okay, so you could, let's put it into, say, a consultant. No, let's put it into a gym. Let's put it into a gymnasium. You come along for 30 days. Look, it's a $600 package. You get your nutrition, you get your mentorship, you get your accountability coach, you get the complete training program. You come 3 days a week. And if you do that for 28 days, I'll give you your money back. Now, you sometimes see this in the seminar game. Look, it's absolutely free to come. However, because seats are limited and lots of people have the habit of booking and then turning up, which deprives somebody else of the opportunity, it's a $99 fee. You pay me $99, you turn up on the day, I'll give you a $100 note back in your hand. Look, you make $1 profit. That is a really good sell, because what happens then, you're locking people in, but you've got people used to handing their money over to you. They actually trusted you enough to go, okay, I trust this person enough to give them the $99. I'll turn up on the day and get my $100 back. You give them $100 back and then you make sure you've got yourselves going on where you can take the $100 back off them. Plus a bit more. We'll talk about that as we go along, how to actually start selling your products and services and your price points and things. Look, I laugh because some people go, oh, that's not very ethical. Well, it is. It's business. You're in business. Look, you've done it for free. It's $99. I've given you $100 back. You made $1, but you've turned up, and now I get to sell to you from the stage. So it was a seminar. But you can do that in all sorts of things. You can actually write that idea down and say, well, I don't do seminars, I don't do this. But how can you use it? I'm not saying you can use all of these ideas, but these are some of the ideas of how to turn your free offer into a monetized one. The accountability coach, we've just said that, turn up for free, pay it, and then we'll give you the money back. And then you've got your cards, put it online, 30-day free, you can cancel at any time, blah, 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 and if you don't. But remember, when you're doing these things, the important thing is to have touch points along the way. When you're converting free to money, you must not only document out your free offer, document out what you've got, but then start adding your touch points. When I did the free bundle offer, and I've only just done that, by the way, so now I have to think about, and I probably should have done it the other way around, but I'm just to get out there, I just get it done. Look, I think doing it is more important than perfection. Just get it done and work out on the way. So now what I'm going to do over this weekend is then say, okay, so anyone that downloads this bundle off me, where are the touch points now that I can keep in touch with them and encourage them to come across and join us on Patreon? Because that's what I want to do. That is my passion. I love Patreon. I love helping people. It's really, the money is nothing for most people to afford, which is really, really good. And we build a very, very strong community. So that's my passion. That's really what I want to do. So now I've got to go, okay, so they download that bundle. Where are the touch points? Where are the touch points to convert that free offer into a paid subscriber? Where are your touch points? That's the challenge for this week. Write down your offer, believability, where's the value, and how can I turn it to free? Thinking about our strategies. And then once they've got it, where are your continual touch points to keep that customer on board? Have fun with that, guys, and I'll see you next week on An Intentional Business Life.